Since January of last year, the city of Denver has served more than 37,000 migrants. Right now, more than 4,400 are in our shelters. The city has to find money, though, to help support those incoming migrants. It announced plans to cut city agency budgets in order to try to do that.
But the mayor of Denver says that money needs to come from the federal government. He's in Washington, D.C. asking for that right now, and I got to talk with him just a couple of hours ago. Tell us what's happened so far, what you anticipate from this trip, and while you're in D.C., what you're asking for specifically.
You bet. I'm here with a group of mayors from around the country, really focusing on both access to resources for affordable housing. I was just over at the Housing and Urban Development team talking with their leadership around resources for affordable housing for working families across Denver. But also, yes, we are here to focus on the migrant crisis and how we can bring mayors together to really push the Congress and the federal government to take action on what we need, which are federal resources to help migrants that are arriving to Denver, and critically expanding work authorization so that migrants that arrive in Denver can get jobs and support themselves, which is what they've asked most urgently to be able to do. So we are bringing together a host of mayors from across the country to push for that federal action we need to help solve this crisis for cities.
Now, you mentioned Congress. What is your hope when it seems like Congress isn't able to act on this right now?
Yeah, I mean, we know the president has pushed a federal supplemental budget that would provide more resources for security at the border and also for more officers to help adjudicate asylum claims. We don't have folks who are in Denver waiting 6 years for a trial date and not able to work in the interim. This would help get 30 or 60-day decisions, get those done immediately, get folks work authorization if they meet asylum criteria, and then get them to work in Denver. And so we know those dollars are there. We have Senate support. We know we have the president's support. We need the House to come forward on that. That's our big push. And also we're working with other cities as partners to be able to figure out how we can try to create a coordinated entry system so that there are migrants that can arrive in cities or states that have the capacity, not just randomly in cities where the governor of Texas ends up sending folks at this moment.
And I'll have much more coming up at 5. We're talking about just how much money it'll cost the city, where it's coming from, and how it'll impact people living in Denver. You can watch our full conversation tonight on our stream at 8 o'clock. You can find us on your connected TV through the CBS News app or on your favorite streaming service.